All right, Stephen here, San Francisco, Hands-On Gourmet. This morning we're going to talk about how to make an omelet. I know that there's a million videos out there to make an omelet. Let's make this a million one. Let's start off with the pan. I have a 10-inch nonstick pan. This happens to be a all-clad style pan, meaning that it's layers of steel, good heat distribution, and the Teflon in this pan is superior. You can do an omelet in a cheaper style pan, but I prefer one of these. All right, done with pan. Next thing is butter or fat. Now, some people, I'm going to crack an egg while this is melting because I don't want to burn too much, but you'll hear some people talk about clarified butter for smoke point and not having too much color or brownness on their omelet. I actually prefer a little bit of color because much like the egg foo young or the Chinese style omelets, I like a little bit of that nuttiness from the butter, and then conversely a little bit of the brown nutty flavor coming from the egg. So for a 10-inch pan, I'm going to use 2 eggs. Whoop, I see a shell down here, so let's get this out. What would Julia do? Oh my goodness, get my shell. Here we go. There we go. So you'll see that it's starting to get a little brown right now, which I'm okay with. A 10-inch pan only takes 2 eggs. If you put 3 eggs into this pan, then what's going to happen is that you'll have too much. It might become a little clunky. So let's make a nice, elegant omelet. So I'm going to put the egg in, and I'm going to kind of swirl it around a little bit. And you'll see that the butter distributed it all through the pan so that when we get to the point, it's not going to stick. It's kind of tricky. You want a hot pan, but you don't want to have it too hot. So somewhere in the middle, a little bit of brown butter, and then yes, the butter that's been distributed out throughout the pan. Second thing, or third thing, or fourth thing is the spatula. This is kind of heat resistant, so that it won't melt in your pan. And you'll see what I'm doing is I'm swirling the egg a little bit so that the excess egg in the middle is actually getting cooked, so we don't have a bunch of egg buildup in there. So it's looking pretty good. I'm going to take my ingredients and put them in the omelet. I've got a little bit of a zucchini, tomato, eggplant. This is a little bit of a goat cheese. Yum! And then here is some piquillo peppers. Nice flavors. Spread it out a little bit. I can smell the egg starting to cook. You'll see that it's nice and loose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple folds. I'm going to fold it one, right? And then you can pull it back. Fold it over a second or third time. And so you'll find that this is a trick that you'll have to experiment with, and if it collapses or in fact doesn't work out the first time, just try it a couple times. So once I go onto the plate, you'll see that I'm going to kind of flip this one more time. Oh. Well, actually, let's get it over here like this. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. A kind of imperfect omelet, still delicious, wonderful flavors. Stephen from Hands-On Gourmet. Check you next time, man. Thanks.